The organization I selected is the Ocean House, a Forbes Travel Guide triple five-star resort, spa, and restaurant property that is also part of the Relais and Chateau Association. In a simple description, the Ocean House provides a luxury resort experience. In more detail, the property offers luxury accommodations, resort activities, impeccably kept grounds and beach, multiple dining outlets from fine dining to casual dining, shopping, concierge and event services, including social, corporate, and wedding venues, catering, and planning. The resort provides its guests with an unmatched experience, regardless of whether the visit is for business, pleasure, relaxation, or rejuvenation. I have chosen the Unifocus Guest Scope Survey Suite and Response System as the service quality measurement system for the Ocean House. This system covers a wide variety of areas that work together to ensure guest satisfaction or to facilitate recovery when a complaint arises. The measurement system allows the hotel to monitor feedback from guests in regard to each part of their stay. For example, arrival and departure experience, guest room quality, or dining experience, and apply the results to ensure positive comments are elevated and negative responses are immediately dealt with in a manner that will best recover a customer's satisfaction. The results deduced from the surveys administered to guests can then be applied internally to highlight successes and identify underperformance so it can be addressed and remedied. In the end, the system can help increase how often the hotel is recommended to other potential customers and assist management in correcting consistent issues causing dissatisfaction. Within the survey that I created, guests will be asked to answer a series of 37 questions regarding each department and/or portion of their stay. These departments and portions would include the booking and reservation process, the arrival and departure experience, guest rooms, spa, restaurants, overall stay, and then some miscellaneous questions. Each question included within the survey will be answered with either a 1 to 5 scale rating or with written responses. The scaled questions may be relating to satisfaction, quality, or a guest's degree of agreement with a statement. These scaled questions will then be averaged per section or department and then will be averaged overall to provide 2 scores, one for that department or section and one for the resort experience overall. The written response questions are meant to offer management a deeper look into the experiences of each guest. Here I have included 2 figures that are pulled directly from sections of the survey I have created. In Figure 1, the guest room section of the survey, you can see the 3 scales that requests can be gauged on, as well as an example of written response question. Guests can strongly disagree, a 1 rating, up to strongly agree, a 5 rating, to the statements, or can rate the quality of their room from poor, a 1 rating, up to excellent, a 5 rating. Guests can also identify their overall satisfaction with a particular category, such as the guest room, shown in Figure 1, from very unsatisfied, a 1 rating, to very satisfied, a 5 rating. I have also included ratings for each member of staff that may interact with the guests throughout their stay, so that the results can be directly applied to specific associates. The additional comments section is included in each portion of the survey and allows guests to elaborate further on their ratings or to provide additional insight into something that may not have been identified in the questions above. In Figure 2, you will see the miscellaneous section of the survey. This section is majority written responses and is meant to provide management with insight into why guests are choosing to stay at the property, how they found out about the resort, and some digging questions into a guest's perception of other comparable hotels, which can be valuable information from a strategic competition standpoint. This also allows the guest to identify star staff who may have had a significant positive impact on their stay, which can be used internally to reward associates who go above and beyond within their positions. To implement the Unifocus survey, the contact information of each individual guest who stays at the hotel will need to be collected. This can be done during the 10-day-out phone calls that are conducted for each arriving guest. During these calls, the hotel confirms contact information, preferences for the guest's room, and assists with concierge-like tasks such as making reservations and suggesting appropriate activities. At the end of the guest's stay, the survey will be automatically sent to the contact email address on file. By sending this out within 24 hours of their departure, information reported will more likely be fresh and easily remembered. In addition, by including every guest who stays at the property, there is more opportunity to garner responses, and it limits the chance for management to avoid sending to guests that they may know had a poor experience or who had challenges during their visit. As mentioned earlier in the presentation, the results will be reported as a department score and as an overall resort score. This allows the hotel to have an overarching ranking as well as identify the best and worst performing departments. Scores above a certain number can be linked to monetary incentives for each department, such as the tip pool. For example, if the restaurant department is rated at a score of 92% or higher, they would be entitled to a 100% of their tip pool rate, as opposed to scoring lower than 92% and receiving only a percentage of the possible tips within the pool. This would then encourage underperforming departments to improve their scores to meet or exceed the 92% score, and therefore better satisfy visiting guests. Managers are responsible for educating their staff on this policy and for motivating them to want to achieve the higher scores. Departments with consistently low scores would be placed on probation and require additional training and strategy plans to be created and executed by the manager responsible for the department. The managers would also be held accountable for their department's performance. If the department is consistently under the 92% score, the manager's bonus would be withheld. The Ocean House has multiple departments and areas that have an effect on a guest's stay, so an extensive survey that gathers detailed accounts of guest experiences is necessary. The Unifocus Guest Scope system captures immediate feedback upon a guest's departure and provides resources to help the hotel improve from a guest satisfaction standpoint, as well as from an operational and financial standpoint. The multifaceted system can use a well-crafted survey to correct issues identified by guests and to apply results internally for improvement and growth. In the end, a happy guest directly correlates with their likelihood to return and encourage others to visit as well.